The government of Guyana continues to place major emphasis on the development of the local tourism sector as an avenue for the sustainable development in Guyana.
Budget 2022 will be truly transformative. Mr. Speaker, it will be the first of several budgets that propel us into the ranks of developed countries with a standard and quality of living that Guyanese have dreamed of for generations. Mr. Speaker, it will propel all of us.
Like 2021, small businesses in Guyana received tremendous support from the government in 2022, as $300 million was approved for the Small Business Development Fund.
We have a very robust scrutiny, a robust application process, as well as follow-up with the small business applicants. And when they are given their grants, we also continue to do training and developmental training. We have methods of verification. We do site visits before the grants are given. Project proposals are done. The invoices have to be submitted for the exact amounts.
Businesses had a boost when the government removed several restrictions, including a curfew that was put in place to keep infections down. At a function in February of 2022, His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali spoke on the topic.
It's an evolution dealing with the pandemic. We saw that there are many studies saying lockdown just helped by 0.0001%. And what is needed in this stage in dealing with the pandemic are the protocols. For sure, we can't continue with a prolonged curfew. And it is my hope and intention that that curfew can be removed once the necessary steps are followed by as early as tomorrow.
Bilateral relations with Barbados also saw more opportunities created for local businesses. In March, Minister Walron engaged with jewelers and informed them of an agreement that will see their products being showcased in that country.
Our jewelry has also been one of the things that is most coveted. In our conversations with Barbados has come on board with us in terms of partnering in many aspects. One of the aspects, a couple of the aspects has been in tourism, where we're twinning our tourism product, but also where we're making a food terminal, where we are providing, Barbados is providing a space in country, in their island, for our food to be sold to Barbados. And this is once again providing opportunity for our farmers. And so the gold industry and the jewelry industry is not being exempt. And so we are in May. In fact, I'm going to Barbados at the end of next week to start setting up the operations for expo and investment forum in Barbados that is going to be in May. And one of the things that we are pursuing as government is to have a terminal, a hub for our jewelry, our Guyanese gold jewelry.
Since that meeting, this promise has been fulfilled, and several jewelers visited that Caribbean island pursuing business linkages, while a permanent facility is being established to accommodate Guyanese jewelers there. The Made in Guyana certification from the Guyana National Bureau of Standards is gaining momentum. In May, Precision Global, a brand that specializes in coconut products, received its certification. Minister Walron said having a recognizable brand is important and imperative for businesses competing in the international market.
We are pleased to see this kind of response to this certification program. We wish to see the private sector sharing in that vision, whereby Made in Guyana is globally recognized as synonymous with quality, sustainable products, ethically produced with due care for our environment and for the lives and livelihoods of workers and communities.
The Snap and Share photo competition is an annual feature which allows Guyanese to take pictures of tourism products and experiences. While addressing the participants, Minister Onita Walron thanked them for sharing the pictures and noted the many aspects of Guyanese life persons can relate to, and said that tourism is a strategic sector that government is focusing on.
With the Snap and Share, it is just our opportunity at the ministry and with our Guyanese to really share our beautiful country and the fact that we really have so much more in common than we do different. We have decided to put roads into accessing more tourist destinations. We put resources into marketing and building out more tourism products because we believe not only in tourism as a way to market Guyana, but also as a way to drive economic activity for every single region and every single community.
The Guyana Tourism Authority in 2022 continued its work engaging various individuals and communities, building new tourism products, and training no less than 1,000 persons in the aspect of the tourism industry. On Monday, August 30, the Guyana Tourism Authority launched its digital tourism business licensing portal for stakeholders. This digitalized service aims to positively change regulation process in our developing country and causes stakeholders to meet international standards. Persons in the interior and surrounding areas in Guyana can now access the Guyana Tourism Business Licensing Portal online at their convenience.
We are making one of our core service digitized. You could actually make the payments on this portal here. We've partnered with Mobile Money Guyana so that you don't have to come into the office to make the payments. All right, particularly for the far-flung areas, the hinterland regions, having to travel all that distance, incurring exorbitant costs, to transact business with government. So this process will drastically reduce the cost of doing business with the Tourism Authority.
The Tourism Business Licensing online portal started in February, and the Guyana Tourism Authority has strived to simplify the process for all persons within the sector through the online portal. The Guyana Tourism Authority also celebrated its 20th anniversary. The Guyana Tourism Authority in September diversified its tourism experience with the addition of 4 brand new products. The experiences A Day in the Country, New Amsterdam Heritage, Yoga, Breakfast and Nature Walks, and Kopenang Falls offer an immersive experience inclusive of nature, cuisine, and a number of outdoor activities. The introduction of the tour coincides with World Tourism Day. As World Tourism Day was celebrated, the Guyana Tourism Authority unveiled a mural at the Guyana-Suriname Ferry Port at Molson Creek, Berbice. World Tourism Day was celebrated under the theme, Rethinking Tourism. All that Guyana has to offer is represented in the brilliant and colorful mural. These include the flora, fauna, national symbols, and historical landmarks of Guyana.
The impact tourism has on our economies, especially within the region, is enough reasons for us to put necessary measures in place to safeguard the livelihood of our tourism stakeholders, especially persons working within the sector. Finding more unique ways to capture the tourism market, as well as promoting domestic tourism, is a step in the right direction.
In observance of World Tourism Day, Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce Onij Walrond highlighted that the government's strategic focus on tourism for the diversification of the economy, even as it addresses the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Minister Walrond was speaking at a reception hosted by the U.S. Ambassador to Guyana, Sarah Ann Lynch.
As we prepare to celebrate World Tourism Day, I'm confident that we are on the right track, work to do still, but firmly on a course to build a sustainable tourism industry that will be one of the pillars of our economy as we pursue our aspiration of one Guyana with security and prosperity for all Guyanese. As many of you may know, tourism is one of the sectors on which we have placed a strategic focus for the diversification of our economy. World Tourism Day is being celebrated under the theme, Rethinking Tourism. And this theme, as themes usually do, offers a framework for evaluating our current position and orientating our thinking for the future.
Director of the Guyana Tourism Authority, Kamrul Bash, noted that the cricket carnival season, which surrounded Guyana's recent hosting of the Caribbean Premier League, was successful and that the GTA will continue to work with tourism stakeholders to capitalize on financial opportunities that can derive from this and other mega events. Bash, in an interview with DPI, noted that the agency will continue to expand the bed and breakfast program to facilitate other events that will be hosted in Guyana.
September recorded the highest number ever in the history since we've been recording arrivals. So that is significant. That tells you that lots of persons were here. We knew that there was a capacity issue with the accommodation stock here, and we had to run a bed and breakfast program, of which we availed about 237 rooms, of which 216 were booked. We're about 90 to 95% of where we were pre-pandemic. I think by next year, second quarter, we should be at that level or even surpassing that. All right. So that is quite significant. We're very happy, that we were able to support the sector.
As the government continues to foster development and economic opportunities for communities in Region 9, the Rupununi Chambers of Commerce and Industry, RCCI, hosted the Rupununi Business and Investment Exposition in Lethem, Region 9.
Our government remains committed to small business development all over the country, including here in Region 9. We continue to support our small and micro enterprises. This is evident by the tangible support we have offered small businesses in the region.
Chief Investment Officer of Go Invest, Dr. Peter Ramsarup, said Region 9 is an integral part of President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali's vision of infrastructure, transport, economics, and development across Guyana. Dr. Ramsarup encouraged the gathering to join partnerships and consortiums to develop each other.
Let's come together and make sure that we become an integral part of the transformation you hear. Guyana is on a trajectory of growth that is unprecedented. If you don't figure out how you fit, you will be left behind. So work with each other, come together, and work together to make Guyana a better place for all of us.
4 new experiential tours were also launched by the GTA. While delivering remarks, Director of the GTA, Kamrul Bash, noted that it was the vision of the President, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, to develop more world-class tourism products. He noted that the 4 products being launched show the quality of these experiences coming to life. The tours launched were the Tapakuma Camping and Fishing Exhibition, the Madia Tour, the 1 Cent Magenta Tour, and the Purima Tour.
This here culminates, I believe, 17 new experiences for 2022. The tasks that we were given, the challenge that we were given, from the start of this year is to develop new products, new experiences, trying to make, products more accessible and affordable to the different audiences. Our task is to support people, it's to support communities. As you've heard before, supporting these communities, of course, is very cross-cutting. You support meaningful livelihoods for many people. It stops out migration from the communities, significantly reduces that, and all in all, the value that creating an enterprise within such a community is, the net value is very significant, and is something that we would like to continue to champion in the years to come.
The government of Guyana continues to prioritize the development of the tourism sector and make investments in infrastructure that can allow this sector to partake in the trillion-dollar global industry. While delivering remarks at the Guyana Tourism Authority's annual Tourism Awards and Gala, Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips noted that Guyana has identified tourism as a future growth pole for its economy, and it is a critical element of the plan for economic diversification.
This is just one of the reasons why our government is investing in transformational infrastructure. This is why we are working to bring more airlines, offering direct flights to Guyana and opening new routes which will bring tourists. We have to be prepared and ready for an influx of tourists when the road link to Brazil and the bridge across the Corentyne River are completed.
Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Minister Onij Wallerand, in her remarks, noted that with the growth of the industry locally, it is important that there be a multi-stakeholder approach of innovating and improving on its products.
It is unquestionable that Guyana's tourism offerings have been growing from strength to strength. However, the success of the destination is linked to the quality of service and innovation of service providers and facilities. So these kinds of ceremonies are geared towards reinforcing that point that we recognize your role, contributions to the product.